hear more about some of the creative programs. So at Uplifting Athletes, you've pioneered a creative program. This initiative selects top young researchers in 5 rare disease categories. So we have rare cancers, rare autoimmune and immunological disorders, rare blood disorders, rare genetic disorders, and also rare muscular and neurological disorders. And you provide them with grants to advance their research. So how did you come up with that idea?
When my colleague Brett and I took over leadership of the organization, we made a conscious decision to focus first on how we could reimagine funding the next generation of rare disease researchers. And in 2018, we launched the Young Investigator Draft. Instead of drafting the top athletes in the country, we were drafting and funding the next generation of rare disease researchers. The event each year has been held at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia and provides a platform to elevate and celebrate these researchers for the heroes and champions they are. Each researcher that we fund gets called up on stage and receives a jersey with their name on the back, but more importantly, they also receive a research grant to pursue their work. Since we launched the draft, we've now funded over $1 million in research grants in partnership with more than 40 disease-specific advocacy organizations across the rare disease community. The program holds a special place in my heart because I was the beneficiary of a young investigator who received a seed grant, just like the ones that we give out, nearly 40 years ago in Birmingham, England. A gentleman by the name of Dr. Malcolm Stevens received a seed grant in April of 1980 that allowed him to hire a research assistant whose name also happened to be Rob, and together they first synthesized temozolomide, which would become the first ever FDA-approved therapy to penetrate the blood-brain barrier for people with brain cancer, and was the therapy that was repurposed to treat my diagnosis. We know how long the drug development process can take, and there's an old Chinese proverb that says the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time is today. And that's the approach that we started with the Young Investigator Draft program. We wish research in all of these rare diseases started 20 years ago, but if it didn't, the next best time is to start that process now. Today, we're able to look back at over $1 million in research grants that have been funded to more than 50 researchers, some of whom have gone on to receive NIH grants as a result of seed funding from Uplifting Athletes. And this has turned tens of thousands of dollars into hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in some cases millions of dollars committed to the rare disease research community.
I love that story. I also especially love it because the fact that your treatment was born in Birmingham, UK, which is right where I'm from, makes it even more special to me. That's great.
We got to talk about that more.
That's great.